Hello all, welcome back to Whatcha Playin, the podcast with me, James, where each week we get together and talk about what you're playing. What have I played this week? Let's get straight into it. You know what? No. First of all, thank you to the podcast producers Ryan Viera and Mr. Casual, and okay, now we can get into it. Oh, wait, one more time. If you want to be a podcast producer, go click the join button and join at the podcast producer level. Okay, now we can get into it. What have I been playing? I've had a pretty busy week at work, so haven't had much time to play at all. Since we last spoke, I have completed Shredders, so I'll just hit on that a little bit. Shredders is that simulation snowboarding game, and I was going to do a little bit of a review, but I mean, I guess I can do a little one right now. I'm going to put it at 3 out of 5. The reason why it's not more is that, well, one, I'm not really a big snowboard fan, so the things that they put in the game, like the real people and the connection to snowboarding as a whole, I didn't really get as much as someone else. I understand that it's really cool, but it didn't quite hit for me. That mixed with quite a few like drop frames and what seemed to be chugging quite a bit as well. It didn't happen too often, but it got to the point where it got really annoying and I had to reset the game. So that I could have done without that, basically. The music was fire. Actually the gameplay, it felt really, really good and enjoyable. And the story was a bit hit and miss as well. The comedy I thought was really cool. Obviously, the characters in them, some people were better voice actors than other, but then again, if they were real people in real life, that might be the reason for it. But there was a nice plot twist at the end. I won't spoil anything, but it was like, oh, that's actually a really cool plot twist. And then the final run, which, if I have done this correctly, should be playing in the background while I'm speaking right now, was really cool as well, as the names of the developers and the game designers pop up and stuff like that as you go for that final run. I thought was really cool. I think I put probably 3.5 hours into it, and there was a lot to do, beyond that, more than that. But I just didn't feel the need to go back to it, really. But I really enjoyed it. 3 out of 5 stars. A solid, fine game. Go check it out. It's on Game Pass, so why not if you have Game Pass? Next up, I've continued to play Weird West. I think that is just a really fun game. It seems like it's split up into different, let's say, chapters where you play different characters, and I did not understand this at all. So throughout the first character, Jane Bell, that I was playing, I just didn't really pay attention to the story at all. Yes, I was streaming it as well, so when I stream, I'm talking to chat or I'm looking at other things, and I'm not always 100% focused on the story. That being said, I think I'm changing. I think the story in this game is genuinely changing the way that I'm paying attention to the game as a whole. So like the first half of the one with Jane Bell, however many hours it is, I didn't really pay attention. Then towards the end, I was like trying to piece stuff together. Now I've started this new character. I'm a pig man. Yep, a pig man. And the story in this is kind of really interesting. I wasn't expecting the switch between two characters, and I'm playing this new character, and it's really intrigued me into the story. And now it seems that the story from the first character and this now second character is linked. So I'm interested to see how and why that is happening. And also you can go back, and in this game you can have two sort of followers. I can't remember the word that they use now, but two followers that go around and help you, basically, like two extra characters. And you can go back and to where Jane Bell is from, her homestead, and invite her along on your adventure as well. So I've got her, and I accidentally, one of my other ones died, unfortunately. But I'm really enjoying it. The music's cool. The developers are also really cool, so shout out to them. Like, I'm tweeting little clips and my thoughts and things that I like about it, and they always, and a couple of them are liked by the developers, and it's just really cool. It's such a cool game, and I'm really looking forward to getting further into the story. The last thing I've been playing, I did drop into some Gran Turismo 7. I think I'm enjoying it, having time off and then going back to the game. I finished the cafe missions. I actually finished the cafe missions. I know, incredible. Even the last 2 cafe missions took like 2.5 hours. But had a lot of fun with it. It did feel like I kind of completed the main quest, the story, the main mission of the whole game. So I'm glad I got that out of the way. I want to do a couple more missions before I sit down and we do a Gran Turismo 7 review on this podcast. But really enjoyed it. The second thing with Gran Turismo 7 is I started a new challenge with Andrew Racing. So if you haven't gone and checked him out, go over there and give him a sub for me. He did like 2 laps of the Nürburgring in the Dodge Tomahawk, that ludicrously fast car in the game. And he had a time, so I was like, you know what we could do here? We could try and beat him. So I went and I tried to beat him, and spoilers. I don't know why I'm saying spoilers. If you're going to watch this, you're going to watch the thing. I did beat him by a couple of seconds. He did 2 laps, so I did 2 laps. I think I beat him on the first lap, and I crashed. So just goes to show how crazy OP the pad is as well. So this whole challenge, I'm going to take that as 1-0. Even at the time of recording this podcast, he doesn't know about this challenge. I did just message him on Twitter, but he hasn't responded to me yet, so I'm sure he'll be fine with it. But there we go, 1-0 to me. And then I responded with a car choice of my own, keeping it on the Nürburgring, and we've taken it down to a 1 lap. That's all you get, 1 lap. And I chose the Willys Jeep. It is not fast. It's like a top speed of like 72. I did go off a couple of times on the lap, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat him, but I'm interested to see how he does and if he can beat it or not. So keep an eye out for that. Probably going to drop that over the weekend. And that's really it. That's all I've been playing. Just going into the comment section of the last podcast. Got Jason Dodd. He says, still hooked on freaking DayZ, which is the like zombie survival game. Scary Guy says GT7, Rocket League mostly, with a side of ACC. But that's about it. If you haven't already, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new as well. I hope you like the new little format where I put in little clips of the games that I'm talking about in the background. Hopefully that keeps your attention a little bit better than a blank screen. I think it would. But that's going to be it. Thank you for watching. Obviously comment what you've been playing this week so I can read it out next week. And if you haven't given Weird West a go, give it a go. Something else that I saw, they had a nice like little roadmap of what's going to come up in the game as well. So they're continually pumping out some new content. Give it a go. It's freaking really cool. And then check out the videos of the challenge, Hot Lap Challenge, whatever we're going to call it, with Andrew as well. Thanks for listening. Be a good person. Wash your hands. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.